This is super duper close. Craze Driver, what's going on? Mr. Gone 914. Hi. How's everyone doing tonight? Black Boy 917, wagwan, big up yourself. Greg 501, what's up? Good evening. Hello. I know it's kind of weird for me to be doing this on a Saturday night, considering I normally do it like on a Wednesday, but True Wednesday was Christmas and, you know, all these things were going on. Anthony Bashir, what's up? Greetings. Mr. Cozy, what's going on? Hot pink, you like it? Yeah, it's my new do for the year. And Balance Love 17, greetings and good night. Welcome. Noir Haven, what's up? Good evening. So normally I do my live on a Wednesday, but because Wednesday was Christmas and then Thursday was Boxing Day and I was supposed to go live last night, but I wasn't feeling the most fantastic. I actually went to bed really early, but that's besides the point. So I know most people are probably out and about. It's Saturday night. People go out and dance and drink and celebrate and, you know, all these great things. Mr. Baylor the Great, what's going on? Wow, nice to see you. So anyhow, I figured I would do the live on Saturday because I missed Wednesday and, you know, I don't, it's kind of weird missing a week. Like unless I'm away or something like that. Oh, good heavens, Mr. Cozy, you're tipsy tonight. This is wonderful. It's going to be great for the discussion. So I expect to hear like stories and confessions on things. So tonight we're tackling two topics. I'm not going to stay and keep everybody long because, you know, I know people may have to get ready to go out or you have more urgent and pressing things to do other than be on Instagram live all night long. But I wanted to talk real quickly about going into the new year and going into the new decade, and for, you know, people who are single, should you be lowering your expectations in order to find a mate? So to find a boyfriend or to get into a relationship, and then, you know, what makes you a good catch? Because people are under this belief that they're a good catch, and sometimes your idea of being a good catch may not be another person's idea of being a good catch, which is why you're still single. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Oh, I feel like this is super duper close. So I'm moving it back. There, that's a little bit better. Now you guys are not like right in my face. So as per normal, usually wait till about 9:05, give people a chance to join in and come and see what's going on. It's really funny. You have a lot of people who join in my live because I'm not really sure what they think is going to happen. Yeah, and then they want to ask all kinds of really weird questions. The Real McCoy, greetings and good night. 88 Wanda, what's going on? Welcome. So, years ago, when I had gotten back into dating, long after I had my son and my daughter, a very dear friend of mine, and you know what, she had really good intentions and she meant well when she said it to me, but she said to me that I'm never going to get into another relationship because my standards are too high. Dora, I don't believe in lowering your standards because that's like settling, but I believe in having realistic standards. And that is the point that I was going to get to, but thank you for saying it. So she said to me that my expectations were too high and that I was never going to find a man and I was never going to get into another relationship and all these things. Now, this is a woman that I love dearly and I respect her a lot. She is my elder, and not to put her business out in the street, but this is a woman who has put up with a cheating husband, a child or two born out of wedlock, countless heartbreaks, like infidelities and all this kind of stuff. But, you know, she put up with these things because you're married and these are things that you're supposed to deal with, and whatever, bullshit. And you know what, I took a hard look at myself in thinking about what my expectations are in a relationship, or Just even when, not necessarily when dating, like unless we're talking about a committed relationship, but what my expectations are in a relationship versus like having unrealistic expectations. Brooklyn Pimp, what's going on? Kevin Thomas, 4743, hello and good evening. And so I looked at basic things like, being willing to communicate, being gainfully employed, and even if you're not employed, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in school, if you're working part-time and doing studies, but you're doing something that generates some sort of an income where you're not sitting down waiting for the government to pass money to you. You understand? And you're not necessarily on the corner hustling and selling drugs. And if you are hustling and selling drugs, you're doing something meaningful with your money, you're doing something smart with your money, and I don't know that you're hustling drugs. You understand? But outside of that, so somebody who is not necessarily has great communication skills, but is willing to communicate, because I believe in talking out things when you're in a relationship. I am a socially outgoing person, but I'm a extrovert introvert. So whereas I love being around people, there are times also where I don't want to be around anybody. I just want to be in solitude, somebody who is sexually active, somebody who enjoys intimacy, somebody who is open-minded, somebody who would like to travel. You don't necessarily have to do like all the cooking, cleaning kind of stuff, but somebody who helps out around the house. I am great like with cooking and cleaning. I don't mind any of those type of things. And no, I don't think that they're stereotypical things that women are supposed to do. It's just stuff that me personally I enjoy. Anyway, so I made a list of all of what my standards were in a relationship. And I thought to myself, this is basic shit. This is basic shit that anybody should want from a relationship, right? Now, when I start thinking about things like, you have this newer generation where their expectations are, he has to drive a nice car. He has to have his own place. He has to make, 5 figures minimum. He has to be able to buy me stuff. He has to be able to pay for my nails and my hair to get done. He has to be able to take me on a vacation at least once a year. He has to be able to spoil me on my birthday, spending no less than $2,000. He has to, make sure we go to clubs and make sure, like all of these things, right? Nothing about him being educated and smart, nothing about him being gainfully employed, nothing about him being a good partner or having good life skills, nothing about him, having good communication skills, nothing. The expectations I find of this generation are more superficial, and I don't have any of those, So I don't necessarily think that people should be lowering their standards or their expectations not the word expectations, lowering their standards when getting into a relationship, but you do need to check your standards to make sure that they're realistic, right? My thing is like, if I can't give those things to myself, I shouldn't expect that somebody else should be able to give them to me. Redgate 7, hello, good evening, welcome to the chat. It's just, and the same, it's not necessarily about like women and having high standards, because you have men as well who have unrealistic standards. They want a woman to, go back to that thing of being like barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen cooking all the time. Oh, Nick, my love, I miss your face. How are you? I'm so happy that you're here. Shaw Brooklyn, Mr. Shaw Brooklyn, what's going on? Hello, welcome. But I do find that this generation focuses a lot on what they see in the media and what they see in entertainment and what they see young celebrities doing, and they feel like that's a realistic way that life is supposed to be, and really and truly it isn't. When you look at the number of celebrities versus the number of common folk or the number of regular everyday people, they're like 2% of the entire population of the world. You know what I mean? Everybody else is doing relatively regular things. So when you're looking at people like Cardi B, who can give her husband $500,000 for his birthday gift, the normal average person, their salary isn't even $500,000 in a year, or 5, or 10. Maybe in 10 years they'd be able to achieve that $500,000 mark if they were to save up every single dollar that they have. But it's not a realistic expectation. It's not a realistic standard. So for a woman who works at a fast food restaurant to have one of her standards be that her man has to make a 6-figure income when you're making $15,000 a year, that's not a standard that you should have. In that case, you need to check yourself and reevaluate your standards. You have to be able to give what you are expecting, right? If you can't bring those same things to the table, is it fair for you to expect that that person brings those things to the table? Like, specifically talking about women, what are you giving other than good pussy? Maybe some good head. Like, what's the trade-off? So you want him to have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and all the other letters of the alphabet. Meanwhile, you've got like two things to give. Right? So maybe it's not necessarily lowering our standards, but it's a matter of checking our standards to make sure that our standards are realistic, to make sure that we're able to give as good as we're asking, and just to make sure that those things are tangible and practical. A lot of relationships are falling apart because people have these really high standards and these really high expectations when they themselves are not able to meet those same standards or those same expectations, right? You can't expect someone to give you what you're unable to give to yourself. It's just not practical. It's just not realistic, and it's just not fair. Right? That falls into like the next discussion where people think that they're a wonderful catch, oh my God. You have people that think they're a good catch because they stay at home and they don't go anywhere and all they do is they just stay at home. That doesn't make you a good catch. That just means you're a homebody. Those two things are not distinct. They don't have anything to do with one another. And it's actually bizarre to me that people think that way because, yes, you could be a person that stays at home and you're a good girl and you don't go anywhere, but you could bitch and complain all the time. You don't do anything when you're in the house. You don't work. You're not going to school. You don't cook. You don't clean. You basically lay up all day waiting for your man to go to work and do everything he needs to do and then come home to actually start living your life when he's in your presence. That to me is absolutely crazy. And that doesn't make you a good catch. Nicholas SB 1983. Sorry to go completely off topic, but I see you have a lot of tattoos. I was wondering if you know any good black tattoo artists. I do, but they probably don't live where you live. The two best black tattoo artists that I know personally that I've had work done from, they live in Jamaica. So unless you're going to Jamaica, yeah, that's my answer. Okay, so let's just stop for a second. So what we're not going to do tonight, I'm not entertaining crazy questions. And I'm not saying that your question about the tattoo was a crazy question. I'm talking about the person underneath you. Mezzo, somebody or other. People always try to draw me out and engage me in these ridiculous conversations about sex or like, I think the last time I did a live, this man was just going crazy asking me about penises and what's the difference between a real penis versus a fake penis. Oh, sorry. Yes, Big City Tattoo Studios in Philadelphia. If you're in Philadelphia, I haven't had any work done from them, but I know one of the artists personally. She is phenomenal. Nick from Erotic Boudoir. Erotic Boudoir is set up in Big City Tattoos, but Nick can vouch for the artists in Big City Tattoos in Philadelphia. They do some really, really dope work. I'm just saying, me personally, the only two that I know are in Jamaica, but Big City Tattoos, if you're in the Philadelphia area, they are definitely somebody that you should, a studio that you should check out. Thanks for the compliments on the hair. Yeah, I've gone back to the pink. Anyhow, just sort of back to the conversation and people's expectations, people's standards, people thinking that they're a good catch. We live in an age now where, I don't know, I'm not really sure anymore what people are comparing themselves against or basing their reality on. I feel like reality TV has ruined a lot of us. I feel like having so much access to celebrities and their lives have ruined a lot of us. I feel like it's allowed people to set up these fairy tale existences for themselves instead of living in the real world. Okay. So, Mezzo 1992, you clearly want me to talk to you, so I'm going to give you 3 seconds of fame. Do you know why I love sex? Because I feel so exciting when I see girls have fun and see these shiny eyes after sex. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what the point of you telling me that is, or telling my telling my audiences. I'm trying to figure out what the point is. Dora, I'm not gonna block him just yet because I wanna know what it is that he wants to get to, because clearly he's not interested in the discussion tonight. So I just want to know what his point is. Unbalanced love. People with money think they can give advice. That's the problem. You know what? And honestly, sometimes they don't even give advice. Sometimes it's like they just live their lives and people set their standards and set their examples by their lives. So if you take, you know, Cardi B and Offset, you know, she went on this rant and this tangent that she's leaving him because he cheated on her blatantly and in the public eye. And then she forgave him. And her reasons for forgiving him were she wasn't going to start all over again with somebody that she didn't know who might treat her worse. Are there people who do that? Absolutely. Are there regular, common, everyday people who do that? Absolutely. The amount of people that, people that I know, women who have put up with infidelities, men that I know who have put up with infidelities, it's not something that is uncommon in regular everyday life. It's just that people, look at the relationships of these celebrities and feel like, okay, well, if they live their life that way, then I can live my life that way too. Look where she started out. She was a stripper and now look how great she is. I can start out my life that way or do X, Y, Z. But again, the percentage of population who are celebrities, the percentage of population on the planet who are notable celebrities is maybe 5% of the total population. Now, granted, in every country that you live in, every country has their own set of celebrities, but I'm talking like a global view, a global standard of celebrity stardom, where everybody on the planet knows who they are. Because I can go to Tibet and there might be a Tibetan superstar that I would never have heard of, but I guarantee you in Tibet, they've heard of every American superstar that there possibly is. You see the difference? We can't set our standards by the way that somebody else lives. And it's not to say that we shouldn't use the examples of people around us. You absolutely should have role models, but they should be people who are closer to home and people who can give you a more realistic viewpoint on the way that the world actually is and the likelihood of the life that you're going to live. Okay, so Mezzo 1992. Yeah, you are bothering me. You actually are bothering me because we're not here talking about my breasts, and for whatever reason you feel like you want to talk about boobs tonight and the fact that you love sex. That's fantastic. If you need to go somewhere quietly and jerk off, by all means, please do so, but don't interfere in the conversation. Nobody's interested. Like, really and truly, what's going to end up happening is the people who are here regularly during my lives, they're going to start to get annoyed with you, and then they're going to come for you. Then it's just going to be a whole ugly thing. And I don't want to have to defend you because I don't know who you are. So if you can't stay and be quiet and be respectful, then yeah, maybe you should leave. But thanks for coming. Anyhow, I think last week I said that I would accept a chat request from someone. So the next person that sends me a chat request, now mind you, this can't be somebody that I talk to regularly. The next person that sends me a chat request, I'll accept it. And we'll see where this goes. I'm pretty sure I know where it's going to go because it always goes the same place. But Mr. Mezzo 1992, no, the only thing you're going to do is get blocked. I'm not going to answer anything from you in private. You want to ask me a question here publicly, ask the question publicly. I'm still not going to answer. You sending it to me in private is even worse because then you're just going to get blocked. Okay. Moving right along. I always think it's a Saturday night, and not to be, how do I say this respectfully? Generally, the people who come on here and want to talk about sex, if that's not the actual subject that we're discussing, and generally the people who want to, no, unbalanced love, I'm not going to accept your chat request. I said it has to be from somebody that I don't know. I know you. I know you, not from you. But generally the people who come on here that want to talk about sex and what have you are people who live in South Asia, like parts of India, people who live in parts of like the Middle East. Just, excuse my mouth, just fucking bizarre. Like, real fucking bizarre. I don't understand. Like, sorry. It's just, I swear to you, like, again, I'm not trying to be, do cultural stereotyping, but really and truly, every time I've ever gotten a video chat request, it's usually from somebody in one of them country them, and I understand. Well, I'm told no. You guys don't have enough sex over there? Like, there aren't enough women over there for you to, like, Big City Tattoo, Philly, hey, what's going on? We were just hyping you guys up a minute ago. One of my guests in the chat, in the live had asked if I know of any good black tattoo artists. And I said, from a personal standpoint, because I haven't been to you guys as yet, that my two artists are in Jamaica. And then Nick from Erotic Boudoir, she hopped on and she let everybody know about you guys and where you are. So big up on yourself if you're looking for great black tattoo artists. Big City Tattoo in Philadelphia. Check out their page, book an appointment. They're phenomenal. Dora Coleman, I find that people always stay in cheating relationships for fear of not being able to find someone that will accept them for who they are. Yeah. And you know what? That's a really sad thing. Oh, sorry, let me sit on my bed. It's a sad thing. Fear cripples a lot of people, and obviously for understandable reasons, but fear makes people stay in shitty situations way too long. And not necessarily a fear, I don't necessarily find that it's a fear of not being able to find somebody that accepts them. I feel like it's more a fear of loneliness. It's a fear of, like, they've been in this routine, they've been in this relationship, they've been in this situation for such a long time that they don't know anything else. And so for them, it becomes normalized. And for anybody to undo what's become normal, it takes a really long time. I find that, you know, it's like after 90 days, something becomes habit. If you've been doing it for 6 and 7 and 9 and 10 years, that's no longer a habit. That's ingrained in you. And that's the hardest thing to break. Oh my goodness. One of my other loves, Kings with Kiki, has joined in. Oh, and AJ from Erotic Boudoir has joined in as well. Mezzo 1992. I want to draw your attention. You have a lot of fans and followers, and you will not look at an account like me. I do not have much, and many send you messages. Then, sir, why you harass me? Why? Why? Just come and enjoy the discussion. You don't need to talk to me personally. I am a regular schmegular person. You know what I mean? For you to go out of your way to tell me that you like my boobs, and the quickest way for you to get blocked is for you to be talking about my anatomy when I'm not talking about my anatomy. There are conversations that I have that are sexually related, but they're objective, and they're not usually about my breasts or any other part of my body. So when you come into a live chat and that's where you start off, yeah, you and I will never have a normal conversation, because that's how you come on, man. We're going into 2020. Do better. Mr. Metcalf, what is going in? It's so funny, Kiki, every time you join in, you always come in at the point where, like, the creeps come out at night. The creeps come out at night. Does anybody know that hip-hop song? Oh God, I just dated myself. Anyhow. Sorry, we going off, I'm not going to acknowledge him anymore. I've told him he can stay, and then the next thing is just to eject him from the conversation. If he stays, he stays, and if not, it's okay. It's a Saturday night. I haven't started drinking yet. I hadn't bun a spliff, nothing. This is just my natural high, but, you know, oh, no, come, chat with me, send a request. I don't know how to request people on this. Okay, Big City Tattoo. I don't know, get somebody there to, like, send a request, because I don't know how to do it. It's really bad. I can do, like, 2 things on the live. One is to hit the start button, and then to hit the end. Kings with Kiki, what you been drinking? What you drinking? How do I request you guys? Okay, I gotta try to do this, because I don't know how to do this. Hoya. Nicholas B 1983. I don't know if I should be answering that question, because I'm going to bait out myself as to where I am. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. Big City Tattoo. Big. Sorry, I'm trying to type in. I feel like my face is like super duper close to the screen. It's not letting me find you guys. Hold on. I don't know. It's not, the chat request isn't allowing me to find you guys, so. Nicholas, who are you? And how do you know that I'm in Toronto sometimes? What's going on? Do you know me? Oh, there we go. Yay! Did I do this right? I always feel like I'm never doing this properly.
I don't work here. You work here.
Hi. Yay! So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the crew from Big City Tattoos in Philadelphia. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves so people know who you are? Yes, no, maybe not.
Well,
I know y'all. I don't know you guys. I know Nick. Nick is the only one that I know, and I know Nick doesn't do tattoos, so you guys have to let people know who you are.
This is Todd.
Casey.
This is Casey.
Oh, I'm Malik. How you doing?
Hey.
And Lena's in the back with a client at the moment.
Okay, so do you guys have like specific types of tattoos that you specialize in? I had one or more of my followers who wanted to know what types of tattoos that you do, or yes.
All types.
You look confused by my question, sir, with your hat turned backwards. Wagwan. You need to slow it down for you? You want me to slow it down a little bit? What do you specialize in? What's your tattoo specialty?
Portraits.
Portraits. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. You're so stoic. Like, give me some good vibes. It's nice. I like you. I can come see you. And gentlemen, what do the rest of you specialize in? Mr. Green Shirt.
Oh. I just do piercings here.
Oh, I like piercings. I have lots of those. We're not going to talk about that right now. And Mr. Sir in the Timberland shirt.
Black and gray work.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. I appreciate you all joining in and letting people see who you are. Nick, wait. There's a fourth person. Who's the fourth person?
He's a guest.
I'm security. So if you act up, you get tossed out.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Some people, I might come and act up just to get tossed out. Oh dear. And of course, this is the fabulous Nick, one of the proprietors of Erotic Boudoir and the Sex Toy Goddess, along with AJ, who is in the chat. She is the other sex toy guru. Listen to me. If you need to get lubed up, oiled up, butt plugged up, dildoed up, vibrated up, and anything else, Erotic Boudoir is where you need to go. So this is the wall of art tattoos that you guys can choose from. Again, they are located in Philly. At the end of this, or if Nick, if you want to pin the address of where you guys are located. Mr. Security, big up yourself.
So I'm showing the wall, but Todd, what were you saying, Todd?
We do custom work also.
So let me ask a question. Do all of you guys have tattoos?
Yes. No.
Okay. What? Who said no?
Security.
Security.
That's okay. You're security. That's not the thing. You're allowed. You get a blind. You get a pass. Because I know, like, I would feel some type of way to get tattooed by someone who doesn't have a tattoo. That would make me feel uncomfortable. But I know that there are tattoo artists who are really, they do great work, but they don't have tattoos. I personally wouldn't trust somebody like that. What? So, Mr. Baseball Cap to the back, how much tattoos you have, sir?
I don't have many, though. I have 3. 3 tattoos. That's all.
Come, go to the next person. Come, go to the next person.
So you can get it.
3?
Casey, how many tattoos you got, Casey?
1.
What?
1?
Yes.
And Malik,
What's
how many
going on
tattoos
here?
you got? He's counting.
Come, give me a better number than 3, please.
They blend together. My tattoos blend together. I got
Like more than 3?
yeah, more than 3. Way more than 3.
Okay. No, as long as there's more than, I don't know. Come, sir, with the 1 tattoo, you need a next one. Mr. Sir with 3, you need like 1 more for evening talk. You need at least like 3.
There you go.
You can't have an uneven number. That don't work.
They love your accent, AJ.
That's 'cause, see, now I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna talk anymore. Don't make me blush. We don't do this. This is not allowed. Don't do this part. Woo! Okay, and you guys are there Monday to Saturday?
No, Tuesday through Saturday.
And the hours of operation?
Tuesday through Thursday is 12 to 8, and Friday and Saturday is 12 to 12.
Okay. Very nice.
Right, Malik?
What are you saying? Me not hear you. Talk up. Talk up.
They too busy smiling at you, Jones. Any other time, these motherfuckers got a whole lot to say. I don't know what the problem is right now.
You see, the next time I come down to Philly to come see you, Nick, I gotta come and come visit your boys. Come visit the man. So, the piercer, the green shirt, those piercings. Do you do female piercings in sensitive areas?
Used to, but it's all not. I don't know. It all depends on the person they're looking for.
What's the strangest piercing you've ever done?
Strangers?
Or the strangest place on the body?
I might just get some odd stuff. It doesn't really matter no more. You just look past it now.
What's the weirdest you've done now?
Weirdest? They try to get their stomach done.
Their stomach?
Stomach.
The belly button?
It's just not belly button. Stomach, like
underneath
stomach?
The stomach?
Like underneath the
Oh wow!
They try to get it, or they try to get it right in the vein area of their like hips and all that. It's just stuff that won't even stay.
Ow.
Yeah.
Do you do dermals as well?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the ones they try to get. They try to get it anywhere, but you can't get it everywhere. You can't do it in flex points of the areas of the skin. You gotta do it only where
because it'll push out.
Yeah, but not anywhere where it has like where like a huge amount of veins. They try to get it in their hands. They try to get it in their fingers. That don't last. If it pops right out. Yeah, okay. They actually look for some crazy stuff. Like they want to instead of getting a ring, they want a dermal on the finger. But the skin is so thin, it won't stay anyway.
I was gonna say, like, even when you're touching it right now, like just pulling it, like.
Thank you. Washing your hands, putting your hands in your pocket, is rubbing against it.
Right. Or if you try to put gloves on, or even if you're putting your shirt on, or something like with long sleeves, like you put your hands through the sleeves, that's coming right out.
Yep. See, at least you got basic knowledge of that. Most people don't act like that. They think that everything's going to stay on them because that's what they want.
I'm obsessed. That's why I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that. Common sense stopped you a long time. Long time. Them stopped you with that. Woo.
Get the eyelash, mama.
Girl.
There you go. All right, cool.
I was like, what the hell's on my face? We have like
my girl looking crazy. No.
Right? Come, Nick, fix me up. Lord. Anyhow. Yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to tell the people before we go?
Well, they're here.
We're here. Come visit us.
Yes.
Help them out. They black guys trying to, do good things. That's all.
Okay. So, Nick, can I ask you a huge favor?
What's up,
Can
Mama?
you pin the name and address of the shop so that people can see it so it stays in the chat?
I sure can.
Awesome. So as I can see in the chat scrolling, there's another person who put in their address of a tattoo shop that they have in Raleigh, North Carolina. We support all Black businesses. We support, because, I'm a fan of tattoos. As you can all see, I've got, a whole heap of them. But we support Black businesses. And if you have a tattoo shop, somebody was asking about a tattoo shop or Black tattoo artists, please feel free to drop your information in the chat so that people can see you and they can follow you. Big City Tattoos, they're going to pin their information. You can get pierced, you can get tatted, you can get, some sex toys, make you feel better after the tattoo session or after the piercing. There we go. So Big City Tattoo Studio is at 2635 West Girard Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. For the longest time, because I live in Canada, I always thought that PA, like Philadelphia, was the state, but then I realized that Philadelphia isn't. It's Pennsylvania.
Right. Right.
Because for me, like the longest time going to Pennsylvania was going like Erie, Pennsylvania to go shopping. It wasn't actually anywhere else. So I thought that Erie was like Pennsylvania, but then I realized, you learn things. You travel a little bit, you find out one and two things.
One or two.
Just one and two. No more than that.
Yes.
Okay. So Nicholas B, 1983. You're looking for a shop in Toronto. I offhand don't know any Black tattoo artists. I do know a really fabulous Latino artist. He's done a number of my pieces as well. I can give you his information when we are done, or you can look him up. He's Inking 13. if I'm not mistaken, but I'll message you and give you his information. He does really great work and he's mobile.
Well, thank you for having us. We appreciate you.
I know. I like how your friend in the back is studying me. He's just watching my face. So, what, sir? You want to talk to me? Yes, something to tell me? I want to.
That's Todd. That's what Todd does. He just sits
Okay.
and, you know,
Yeah.
just looks.
He's filing information. He's like a computer. He processes and he stores it to use later on. Not
Don't
true.
worry, we'll talk a lot about you later. Don't even worry about it.
Oh my goodness me. Tell them all good things. Tell them all wonderful things.
All
Okay, I'm done with you guys.
Thank you,
Nick,
Mama.
I
Have a
love
good
you.
night.
I love you. I love you.
Too.
I'll talk to you later.
All right.
So, that was Nick from Erotic Boudoir and the gentleman from Big City Tattoo. Their information is pinned there. They're, again, 2635 West Girard Avenue in Philadelphia. Check them out. Mr. Nicholas B., I will message you. And the man in the ball cap likes me. Everybody likes me. I'm fun. I'm fun times. And I smile a lot. We're not going to talk about that. But Inking 13. Hold on. Let me see if I can find him. INKING 13. That is his that's his Instagram. And his name is Rico. He does really great work and he's mobile. Because he's located in Bowmanville, if I'm not mistaken. But he's really great about setting up appointments. I know that there is a shop that he works out of. I don't actually know because usually when I'm home, I set up an appointment and he comes to me. But you can follow him on Instagram and you can message him and he will definitely take care of you. So Inking 13 and his name is Rico. That is for you, Mr. Nicholas. Nicholas B, 1983. Hey, that rhymes. Anyhow, this was not intended to be a very, very long chat. You know, just wanted to talk a little bit about lowering your standards for being in a relationship, whether you should or should not, and what makes you. Okay, so I did say I would accept one random chat, so whew, here we go. Pray for me, y'all. Mr. Mikey, 712. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Bihan Yankar. I don't know. It says it's waiting for him to accept the chat, but that's taking a little bit too long, so we are going to give up on that. So, in the next 5 minutes, I will take a chat request from someone random, not anybody that I already know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But as I said, beyond that, I'm not saying long. It's a very, very short, session today. I just wanted to check in with everybody, just for the simple fact that, again, Wednesday was Christmas, and I didn't want to, interrupt the festivities. Plus, I was busy eating and drinking my ass off. Wednesday was a very fat day. I feel good about it. I think I did a little bit too much because I don't normally drink a whole lot, but it was good. The festivities are good. I'm not big on celebrating Christmas, especially with the fact that my young people are adults. So, Okay, Janatsaki 4, here we go. Pray for me, y'all. Let's hope. Woo! See people, oh, there we go. And watch it be a dark background. Why whenever you people want to talk, you guys are in a dark background? What's going on? Hello? 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 Actually message me that, your chat picks up quickly because your signal is not working. I don't have time to be sitting down here waiting for your signal to join in, sir. Sani Burma. Here we go. Helsim. Let's add you first since you seem to be the one that was joined in. So Tigars 2009. I love you guys when you say that you love me and you don't know me from no place. How do you know you love me, sir? How do you love me? Okay. Hi. Is your volume on? Hello?
Hello,
How are you?
it's good. And you?
I'm good, thank you. So you wanted to join in my live for what reason now? Oh, okay. That was very short-lived. Let's see if there's someone brave enough to actually stay longer than 30 seconds. I always feel like when them situations happen, it's like he heard his wife coming, so he had to like jump off real quick. But it's all right. I don't hold nothing against nobody. He's not my friend. He's just a random person. And I did say I was going to talk to the random people them. So, you've got, you know what? I'm going to extend it a little bit longer. I'm going to, sorry, your connection is bad. No worries, my friend. No worries. No, Mr. Craze Driver. I am not accepting a chat request. I'm not accepting a chat request from anybody that I know. I want it, BJ. I get all the weird ones. I want it to be somebody who I don't know. Because like I said, I get people like on the other side of the planet who are always requesting to talk to me. And so tonight at the night, hold on, there's one more. Let's see who this is. No, Mr. Craze Driver, I love you, but I'm not. No, it has to be somebody that I don't know. I want a random person. A random who is brave and whose connection, their internet connection actually works proper. And that's how you know people are like in remote areas. Because I know when I'm in Jamaica and I'm like somewhere in bush, the signal is not working none at all. So I get it, but come on, seriously, do better. You got to do better. Sorry. I'm glad. So the people that I love and I talk to on a regular basis, I'm glad that you guys are here to witness the foolishness. See, because I'm trying to be a good and decent person going into the new year, into the new decade, and ting. But I don't know, man. It's like, yeah, people are interesting. So who is going to be next? Mr. Janat Zaki? Anyway, for the next 3 minutes until 9:45, I am taking, honestly, Kiki, okay, so you've got like a couple of major cities. So you've got like Kingston. Kingston is the city of cities. Anybody that knows Kingston, honestly, anywhere outside of Kingston, they consider it to be bush or they call it country. So when you're not in the city, when you're not in town, you're in country, you're in bush. But some places like real bush. I'm using in bush when I go home to see my parents. Woo! Mr. Nicholas B, honestly, I don't want to put anybody on blast. I will tell you, a few weeks back, there's somebody that called and, they asked to be in the chat. And so I said, okay, you know what? Let me give them their 5 minutes of fame. And see, this gentleman's in Morocco. This is what I'm saying to you guys. People who generally request to talk to me live in some far blood clot place. Them far. So I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? Whatever. So this guy called in and I accepted the request and he was in the dark and he was making all these weird noise and he's like, oh, I want to see your boobs. So I said to him, turn your light on so I can see who you are and I will do a boob shot. And he was there. I'm telling you, ask anybody that's in the chat, anybody that was there, people were rolling. It was hilarious. This man refused to turn his lights off. And then somebody's like, oh, he's probably jerking off in the dark, like looking at you while you're on the screen, or his wife is laying beside him and she doesn't know that, you know what I mean? It just, listen, people do it to themselves. I'm just here to facilitate. That's all. Yeah. Anytime you live, Kings with Kiki, anytime you live outside of a city, it's bush. If you live in a rural area, nobody says rural anymore. That takes too long to say it. It sounds weird. Bush. Goody. Wagwan, good gal. Ever blessed, good gal. Soon to be birthday, good gal. Goody. Good gal. Oh my goodness. Well, we've got 1 minute left. Nobody wants to video chat with me? Not anybody that I know. I know the rest of you guys. You guys can talk to me anytime. Talking about the other people then. But this has been a very entertaining night. Thank you for joining me on a Saturday evening, kind of just random and out of the normal schedule. I will be back. Actually, no, I won't be back next week, Wednesday. Maybe, because next week, Wednesday is New Year's Day. which means people should be like moderately intoxicated, not super, super duper intoxicated by the time Monday night rolls around. Yeah. So 4 days away. Okay, so Goody, I'm going to give you your birthday shout out from now because your birthday's in 4 days. I'm still going to give you a birthday shout out, but here, live and in color. Ever blessed good girl. Dimples turn up, skin smooth like baby body. Fresh and clean. Pretty like new money. Pretty subtle. Clean like Jesus police. Record to blood clot. Good girl. Enough blessings. More life. Bless up yourself. Happy Earth Strong. I know that's in 4 days, but I want to show you love because I love you dearly. I love you. I love you. Hey, yes, everyone please wish Goody a happy birthday. I don't want to see BJ can talk out your name. I didn't want to call out your name because I didn't want to bait you out, but Uno can call her Neil. You can call her Goody. You can call her good girl. No, man, I'm not stop make you blush. If you blush, yes. Show up the pretty dimples them. Show up the good clean skin. Make everybody know you stay good. Pretty like pepper light. What you mean? Make them know. Girl, you stay good. You stay good. If you see her, she's so pretty and cute. And she has dimples. And her complexion is beautiful. It's smooth and pretty and cool. And Miss said when the girl stand up in the sunlight to blood clot, you want to see her. What? Pretty no fuck. Anyway, that's me. Love you, bad. Bad. Anyhow, y'all have me talking enough, papa. I'm done. Yeah, she ghetto as fuck. Hood girl, a hood girl, ghetto girl. Them the girl are the best girl. You stay there. Woo! Anyhow, I'm gonna behave myself. So I will be back next week, Wednesday. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I hope that you all have a great night. I hope that everyone had a great Christmas. I know for some of us, it's a difficult time of year. I hope that you were surrounded by love. I hope that it was a peaceful time of year for you, that there was nothing. She's not calling me. You see, you, sir, Mr. Nicholas, I don't know you, but you love mix up. You love mix up, you see? But yeah, I hope that it was a great holiday for everyone. I know what's coming up next is New Year's, and hopefully everyone has plans. I'm thinking I might actually go out this year, but then I'm actually thinking I might stay home and clean, which is a really kind of weird thing. But for sure on New Year's Day, I will be going live. If you haven't checked out the hot seat, my latest and greatest guest was BJ from the Change the Subject podcast. I lost. Which threw me off because BJ gave an answer that I wasn't expecting. And yeah, check it out. So the full audio episode, sorry, someone's trying to call me. The full audio episode is on Apple, Anchor, Spotify, Stitcher, and Google Podcasts. And the video, the full video clip is on YouTube. And at the end of it, actually, BJ asked me a really great question and we had a really great discussion. I'm not going to tell you what it was about. You have to check out the video. Also, check out, so his Instagram is @thesubjectchange. His podcast is Change the Subject. Like, subscribe, follow. It's a great podcast. He also does a podcast within a podcast, BJ, I'm sorry if I'm mashing it up. Teach me how to love you better. Come type it in so people can see, please. I want people to know who you are so that they can follow you and subscribe to your podcast, and they can listen to the great chats and the great talks that you have because you give a lot of really great information. And BJ, you see, I had posted a thing talking about good guys and talking about loving up the good men in 2020. BJ has his good up woman. We're not talking about that. But BJ is one of the best men that I know. He is a phenomenal, not just a phenomenal man, he's a phenomenal person. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not trying to get emotional. Yes, Teach Me How to Love You Better. It's a podcast within a podcast, but it's all run by the phenomenal @DergoBJ, DergoBJ, who is the creator and host of the Change the Subject podcast, and his Instagram here is at Change the Subject. Yeah, his head's already big, but you know, we got to show the love. We have to bless up the good men them. Honestly, 2020, we're going to start focusing on the good guys more and stop chat about the bad ones them. They get enough press. They get enough talk time. Ain't nobody want to hear about them. Listen to me. Don't get emotional in the car. Everybody's going to watch your hot seat and they're going to laugh because you and I are kicking and telling one kind of jokes between us, and it's funny as fuck. And that's what people need to focus on. So the hot seat is a segment that I do within my podcast where it's my guests are, right now I'm doing guys. So they have 5 minutes to answer 30 questions. And if they lose, they have to sing a song. And if they win, they can either have me sing a song or they can ask me any one question they want to ask me that I have to answer. Starting in January, ladies, I'm going to be doing the hot seat, Girls Rush edition. So get ready because I'm going to be calling on some of my female friends to get you guys in the hot seat and see if you can beat the timer. I know Kiki feels like she's going to beat the timer, but I changed that shit up. So you might not win. Oh, we might have one for the rest of the night. Whee! Okay, here we go. Janat Zaki again. Last time. Before we head out, we got like 5 minutes. Sure, your signal sucks. Not to be rude and disrespectful, but your signal really sucks. It should have popped. Okay. Well, that was a very short-lived experience. Anyhow, time is running out. I don't know. I may or may not post this to my YouTube, or I may post a part of it to my YouTube, but this will be up in the stories for anybody who wants to rewatch and see the craziness that we talked about. Again, if you follow through, go back through the chat, there are 2 great tattoo artists shops that were listed. One is Big City Tattoo in Philadelphia on Girard Street, Girard, and Erotic Boudoir. They also work out of the tattoo studio. So if you're looking for sex toys and a tattoo and piercings, that is the place to go. Check them out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So to everyone who came through and joined in, spoke some words of wisdom, laughed a little bit, if it touched you a little bit, I appreciate you being here. And thanks for dropping in on a Saturday night. I know this is a little bit out of the norm because we normally do this on Wednesday. BBW just being me. Keep you in my prayer. I just lost my wallet and Boulder busted the back. What? Oh my goodness. Everybody send a prayer out for. Oh my goodness. Seriously? Girl. Okay, so BBW just being me. Please, everyone, keep her in your prayers. She lost her wallet and a bullet busted her back window of her car. We are definitely keeping you in our prayers. Hoping that you find your wallet. I'm hoping that it got lodged somewhere, you know, in the melee. Maybe it fell in between the seats or underneath the seats or in between. But I do hope that your week gets better. Oh my goodness me, I'm so sorry for that. I'm sending you a huge hug and sending prayers out to you. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can do this while we're chatting. That's for you. And yeah, I'm really sorry that you've gone through that experience. So sending out hugs, sending out prayers to you. And yeah. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I don't even know what to say at this point. Yeah, I do hope that you're able to find your tattoo, your wallet, sorry. Losing your ID is crazy. Like, I know that it's traumatic having had a bullet, you know, go through your back window. The window can be fixed, and that in and of itself is traumatic. Losing your identification is like a whole other level of trauma. So I'm hoping that it's something as simple as that it's just sort of fallen to the wayside and that you're able to find it soon. Please be careful out there. Please take care of yourself. Be mindful of your surroundings. I don't know exactly where it is that you're located, but, you know, just please be careful out there. It's a crazy time of year, and unfortunately, people are not always as thoughtful as they should be in terms of other people's safety. Sometimes people just don't care, and innocent people and good people like yourself unfortunately get caught in the crossfire. So yes. Anyhow, that is it for me. Thank you all for being here on a Saturday evening. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for the love and blessings that you've shared with BBW Just Being Me. Thank you for the birthday shout out that you guys have given to my girl Chanel. Thank you, BJ, for the love and support. Nick and Big City Tattoos, thank you for stopping in and letting people know who you are. There's another gentleman who had posted something in the feed about a tattoo shop that's in Philadelphia. Thank you very much. We support Black businesses over here. So maybe the next segment that I do, we'll do some plugs and just, you know, talk a bit about different Black businesses and where people are located and different services that people can access. In the meantime and in between time, thank you all. Love you guys. Please be safe out there. And I will see you all next week.